Hello friends, let us continue our class with the programs on if else. Now let us see how do we find if the kth bit of a number is set or reset. Let us say if the number n is equal to 21. Now this 21 in binary is nothing but 1 0 1 0 1. This is 21 in binary. Now this is bit number 0, bit number 1, bit number 2, bit number 3, bit number 4. And we know that integers are represented with 32 bits. It means bit number 5 to bit number 31. Bit number 5 to bit number, this is 30 and this is 31. And already I said in the integer representation that 31 is the sign bit. That means if it is 0 it is positive number, if it is 1 it is negative number, and negative numbers are stored in 2's complement form. I will post in the description section about the integer representation video link. Now since it is a positive number, all will be zeros. All will be zeros. This is 21 in binary. Suppose if I say n is equal to 21 and k is equal to 2. Now you need to find the second bit is set or reset. Set means 1, reset means 0. Now this is the second bit is 1, therefore it is a set bit. Therefore it is a set bit. Now if I say n equal to 21 and k equal to 3, the third bit is 0, therefore it is a reset bit. Therefore it is a reset bit. Now, how do we solve this? Now, all these are 0. I need not care about this. I will take the original number, the exact number of 10101. 10101. Okay, so this is number 21. 0 bit, first bit, second bit, third bit, and fourth bit. Now, if I say k equal to 2, that means this is the particular bit which we are interested in. And all other bits we are not interested. Therefore, if I take 1 over here and I have to mask all other bits. Now, if I mask all other bits, it means it has to be 0, 0, 0 and 0 over here. And if I take the bitwise and 0 and 1 is 0, 0 and 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 0 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0. And you get a number which is non-zero. Which is non-zero because it is 1. Therefore, you can conclude it as set. Let's take the number as 21 itself, 10101, and I want to check the third bit is set or reset. That means this is the 0th bit, first bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit. I need 1 over here and rest all where I need it as 0, 0, 0 and 0. If I take the bitwise and 1 and 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And if you get everything as 0, that means the bit is reset. Now we know that this number is 21. How do we compute the second number? That's the question. It's very simple. If you observe over here, if the value of k is 2, I get this number. And what is 100 in decimal? 100 in decimal is 4. If I take k equal to 3, I get 1000, and what is 1000 in decimal? It is 8. Now if you observe these two things, 2 to the power 2 is 4, 2 to the power 3 is 8. And if you want to find the 0th bit is set or not, you would write 1 over here. And how would you get the second number? If the value of k is 0, you get 1. And 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. It means given n and k, how do you find if it is a set or reset? We say result is equal to n bitwise and power of 2 comma k. Now if you write like this in C program, you will get an error. Why you will get an error? Yes, can you think it? Because the power function gives the answer in double. The power function gives the answer in double or a real number, and this bitwise AND can only be applied on integers. This bitwise AND can only be applied on integers. That means this power of 2 comma k has to be converted to integer. Hence, you can write it as result is equal to n bitwise and integer of power of 2 comma k. Power of 2 comma k. You can write like this. Now power of 2 comma k, suppose k is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4.0. Now that 4.0 is converted to integer. Now this is called as typecasting, and you can do with respect to integer the bitwise AND. This is one way. What is the second way? The thing is how we compute power of 2 comma k. We can compute power of 2 comma k with the help of left shift operators. One left shift by k is nothing but 2 to the power k. Is nothing but 2 to the power k. Therefore, we can write it as result is equal to n bitwise and 1 left shift by k, because 1 left shift by k is 2 to the power k. This we have already discussed in the bitwise operators. And again, I will post the link of the bitwise operators in the description section. Now, if this value of the result is equal to 0, then it is a reset, and if the value of this result is not equal to 0, then it is a set bit. This is how we do. Now, I want you to pause the video and try to write the program yourself. Let us see how do we write the code. The input for this program is n and k. We read n and k, and then we say int result is equal to n bitwise and 1 left shift by k. Already I said this logic. 1 left shift by k is 2 to the power k. Suppose n is 21. 21 is 10101, and let k be 2. 1 left shift by 2 is nothing but 4. Therefore, it becomes 100, and you take bitwise and you get 1000. Now you need to check if result is not equal to 0, then you say printf, the bit is set. Now if I say k equal to 3, when I say k equal to 3, it becomes 1000. Now all will be 0, 0, 0, 0. Is result equal to non-zero? No, because it is 0 not equal to 0 is false. Then we say yes, and we say the bit is reset. This is how we find if the bit is set or reset using the bitwise operators. Now let us see how do we find the maximum of two numbers. Very, very simple. Let us see how do we find the maximum of two numbers. Now here this I will do using conditional operators. With different else I will leave it as an assignment to solve yourself. Now the input for this question is two numbers a and b. It is two numbers a and b. Therefore we say int main, and let the two numbers be int a comma b, and here I say read a comma b. Read a comma b means you have to write scanf percentage d ampersand a ampersand b. Suppose I say a equal to 4 and b equal to 3. Now a is greater, therefore how do we write it? A greater than b, question mark. This is a ternary operator, we know that. Now what is the value of a? 4. 4 is greater than 3, true. If it is true, this part should be executed. And what do I write over here? I say printf percentage d slash n comma a slash n comma a. Now check here, 4 is greater than 3 is true, therefore it prints the value of 4. Suppose a is 4 and b is 13. 4 greater than 13 is false, therefore this should not be executed, and this printf will be executed. And what do I write over here? Printf percentage d slash n comma b. Right, this is how you write the maximum of two numbers with ternary operator. Now see here, 4 greater than 13 is false. This part should be executed after colon, and it prints the value of b, which is 13. Similarly, you do with the help of if and else. Similarly, you do with the help of if and else. Thank you. Let us see the next program on how do we find if the two numbers are of the same sign or not. Now what do we mean by same sign? That means if both the numbers are positive, you have to say no, both the numbers are of different sign, they are of different sign. Okay. If one number is 4, other number is -3, yes, both the number are of different sign. If one is -4 and other one is -3, then also you have to say both the number are of same sign, they are not of different sign. Okay, now we can do this program with the help of two things. One is the bitwise XOR, the other one is multiplication or division. Now how bitwise XOR can be used over here? Now we have drawn two 7 boxes over here. Let us assume that the integers are represented by 8 bits. Normally they are by the 32 bits. Just assume that they are of 8 bits. Now this last bit is reserved for the sign bit. Now if it is 1, it means it is a negative number. If it is 0, it means it is a positive number. Okay, now let us assume that this is a positive number and this is a negative number. And if it is a positive number, it is ending with 0, and if it is a negative number, it is beginning with 1. Now if I take this, now whatever the bits over here, we don't care. The bits over here, we don't care. Now if I take the bitwise XOR of these two, 0 XOR 1. And what is 0 XOR 1? 0 XOR 1 is 1. That means in XOR you get the output as 1 if the input bits are different. Now here the input bits are different, therefore you get 1. Now suppose both are negative numbers, that means here also it would have been 1. And what is 1 XOR 1? 0. That means the XOR of two negative numbers is a positive number. Is that okay? Therefore, we can write the conclusion over here. Negative number XOR negative number. What do you get? You get a positive number. Why? Because 1 XOR 1 is 0, and 0 means the highest bit is 0, which means it is a positive number. Suppose the first bit is positive and the second bit is negative, you get the result as negative. Therefore, the second observation is positive XOR negative is equal to negative. Positive XOR negative is equal to negative. Let's see the third one. If I take this as a positive and this as negative, and what is 1 XOR 0 is equal to 1. It means the third observation here is negative XOR positive is equal to negative. Now what if I take both as positive? Positive means 0. 0 XOR 0 is 0. It means if both the numbers are positive, you get the answer as positive. That's the fourth one. Positive XOR positive is equal to positive. Is that okay? Now, if I XOR two things, A XOR B. Now the two numbers are A and B. Suppose A is 4 and B is -3. If I XOR these two, with 4 you have the result bit as 0. With -3 you have result bit as 1. If I XOR these two, if I say result equal to A XOR B, and this result is negative. See here, positive XOR negative is negative. That means if I check, if result is less than 0, they are of different sign. They are of different sign. Okay, now if I say A equal to -4 and B equal to -3, now this would also be 1, this would also be 1. 1 XOR 1 is 0. That means it is a positive number. Else, if it is a positive number, that means they both are of same sign, and if there is a negative number, they both are of different sign. This is how we can do with the help of bitwise XOR. Okay, now we have read two numbers, and what do we write over here? We say int result is equal to A XOR B. Int result equal to A XOR B, and we check if the value of result is less than 0, that means they both are of different sign. Hence you can say printf, they both are of different sign. Else means it is greater than or equal to 0, then they are of same sign. Different sign and same sign. And this is how we stop the program. And how to do with multiplication and division, I leave it to you to do yourself. That's very, very simple. If A into B is less than 0, they are of different sign, else they are of same sign. Thank you friends for watching this video, and in the next video we will solve with many more examples on if else. For the online paid courses of C programming, data structures using C, and analysis and design of algorithms, you may contact at the given email ID and you may download the following app. The app link is being given in the description section. Thank you.